They looked like one of the success stories. The couple that beat the odds. The proof that love is blind actually worked. But now, fans are asking a very different question. What really happens when the cameras turn off and the spark quietly fades? Because Alexa Lemieux isn't saying much out loud. But what she's sharing online might be saying everything. When Alexa and Brennan Lemieux walked away from Season 3 of Love is Blind married, confident, and visibly united, viewers believed they were watching a fairy tale unfold in real time. Alexa was bold, self-assured, and unapologetically herself. Brennan seemed grounded, loyal, and fully committed. Together, they looked unshakable. And, for a while, they were. They built the life. They welcomed a daughter. They stepped into marriage outside the controlled chaos of reality TV. But once the applause faded and real life took over, the pressure quietly started piling up. Marriage without a script, parenthood without a manual, and a relationship that had to survive without edits, producers, or applause. Then, almost suddenly, it was over. On December 3rd, Alexa announced her split from Brennan. The wording was careful,
Calm.
almost painfully respectful. She called it a difficult decision that wasn't made lightly. She emphasized care, respect, and appreciation for the time they shared. Most of all, she made it clear their daughter, Vienna, would always come first. No accusations, no drama, no visible cracks. But what fans noticed next changed everything. Instead of opening up in captions or interviews, Alexa let TikTok speak for her. Quietly, subtly. And that's when people started connecting dots she never spelled out. One repost stopped viewers cold. The video talked about 2025 as the year of the snake. A year symbolizing endings, revelations, and uncomfortable truths. The speaker described feeling lost by the end of the year.
Confused.
Like everything fell apart for reasons you didn't understand at the time. Like you started the year as one person and ended it as someone else entirely. Fans immediately took notice. Reports claim people flooded comment sections saying the same thing. This feels personal. Not just about a breakup, but about a transformation. About shedding an old version of yourself, even when it hurts. About realizing the life you imagined didn't survive reality. But that wasn't the repost that hit hardest. Another video Alexa shared focused on something even more raw. Bring that spark back, the voice said. Talking about losing the little light inside you. About pretending you're okay until you feel like yourself again. About doing anything to stop that spark from disappearing completely. And that's when the speculation exploded. Fans online began suggesting that Alexa wasn't just grieving a relationship, she was grieving herself. The confident woman viewers first met. The energy. The excitement. The version of her that felt lighter before responsibility, pressure, and heartbreak took center stage. None of this was confirmed. Alexa never said it outright. But silence, especially online, has a way of speaking louder than words. Then came the detail that added another layer to the story. Court documents revealed that Brennan actually filed for divorce on November 5th, nearly a month before Alexa publicly announced the split. According to the filing, the marriage had become insupportable due to conflict of personalities that destroyed the legitimate ends of the relationship. That word lingered. Insupportable. Not explosive. Not scandalous. But final. It suggested this wasn't a sudden blow-up. It pointed to long-term strain. Ongoing tension. A relationship quietly unraveling behind closed doors while the world still believed everything was fine. The filing also indicated that custody and property division would be handled privately, outside of court. No public battle. No messy confrontation. Just two people choosing to walk away without turning their pain into a spectacle. And yet, the emotional weight was clearly still there. Alexa became a mother when her daughter Vienna turned 1 in August. For many women, motherhood brings overwhelming love and an identity shift no one warns you about. Suddenly, you're responsible for someone else's entire world while trying to hold on to your own. Add a marriage struggling under pressure, and it's not hard to see how someone might feel like they're slowly disappearing. Fans have speculated, clearly unverified, that Alexa may have been carrying far more emotionally than she ever showed online. That behind polished photos and composed statements, she might have been running on empty. That's why this spark repost mattered. People don't talk about losing their spark unless they felt it dim. Now, Alexa stands in a very different place than where her Love is Blind journey began. She's no longer the confident newlywed proving the experiment works. She's a single mother navigating change, heartbreak, and a future she likely never imagined for herself. But here's the part that makes this story resonate beyond reality TV. Sometimes losing your spark isn't the end. Sometimes it's the painful reset before becoming someone stronger, wiser, and more honest with yourself than ever before. Alexa hasn't said what comes next. She hasn't explained everything. And maybe she doesn't need to. Because right now, fans aren't watching for drama. They're watching for healing. And the quiet question lingering behind every repost is simple, but powerful. What happens when you stop pretending you're okay and finally start finding yourself again?